Good morning to everyone. Today I'm going to discuss class 3 Aprcet previous questions. First question, which three things are most important and essential in any communication process? Options, buyers, sellers, and production process. Option B, sender, receiver, and the channel. Channel name is also called as a medium. Option C, teacher, student, and classroom. Option D, speaker, member, and assembly house. And answer is sender, receiver, and the channel. A channel name is also called as a medium. The explanation, the communication process can be denoted as a first sender sending a message and the message sent to the channel is also called as a medium, and after that receiver receive the message, and again source, a source is also called as a sender sending encoding message decoding and receiver. These are the representation of the communication process. Second one, which of the following statement is not appropriate in the context of communication? Options, communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, person or group to the another. Option B, the sender is encoding the message in any way, form like voice, written, or any signs. So they are offered as a encoder. The receiver is decoding the message from the sender to understand the message. So they are often called as a decoder. Option D, message or information need to require medium always for communication from encoder to decoder. Answer is messages or information need not to require medium always for communication for encoder to decoder. Coming to the explanation, context communication is defined as the bidirectional transformation of information between the two parties, where both sides are aware of the relational, environmental, or cultural context of the exchange. Third question, the verbal communication is the use of language to transfer the information through speaking or sign language, which may not be observed during. Options, messaging through the email writing, public talk presentations, online video conferences, conservation of phone calls. Answer is messaging through email writing. The verbal communication can be defined as a oral communication and written communication. The oral communication examples is pitch and volume, rate of clarity in speaking, face-to-face conversation or face-to-face communication, phone call, video calling, radio. These are under the oral communication. And the verbal communication, another one is a written communication. The written communication through communicate through email, letter, report, memo. This written communication basically used in the businesses, organizations, and internal and external communication. Which type of communication formats is more user friendly with respect to the receiver or listener? Options, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, symbolic body gesture communication, and written communication. Answer is non-verbal communication. Explanation. The transformation of message or signals through a non-verbal platform such as eye contact, facial expressions, gestures, posters, use of objects and body lines. These are under the coming to the non-verbal communication. The non-verbal communication can be either static or dynamic. And fifth one, the overload of work, distraction of information, and no personal touch are the prime limitations observed with the following formats of communication. Options: informal communication, networking communication, formal communication, lateral communication. Answer is formal communication. Explanation. It is a systematic and orderly flow of information. We are already discussing the verbal communication. Formal communication is one of the verbal communication. In verbal communication, the flow of information is it is a systematic. Sixth one, the formal minimum size of the people that are required to establish any communication process. Either two type communication process, three communication process, four type of communication process, or five. Answer is two. Which of the following is not a relevant statement that explains the communication process? Options. Non-verbal communication stimulates the new ideas. Communication is not a universal. Communication is not a breakdown. The more the communication, that more the effective learning. Answer is the more the communication, the more the effective learning. The communication process is the proper way of communicating to the effective is first the sender sending a message and that message go to the medium or a channel. After that, the receiver receiving the process or a message. In brief, the sender are also called as a source. That source can be encoding. After that, the message and the message go to the channel. The message can be converted to decoding after receiving the message to the communication. Thank you.